Greetings individuals. Have you ever thought to yourself that the human body is only a few steps away from ascending to the levels of God? Ever annoyed that every government has silly rules known as basic human rights and the Geneva Convention? These harmful rules bottleneck science's great efforts to vastly upgrade the human body. Welcome to Robio 2. Funny enough, this was going to be the first game I was going to firstly review on this channel. In fact, it's the first ever video on this channel. But sadly, it was taken down. The reason for the ban, you ask? Racism. I'm not even kidding. A team of amazing developers recreated the original game alongside with adding a shopping list of new features. They've smugly named the game Robio Improved 2. And I can happily say all the test subjects have their race randomly generated along with simple first names. In essence, Robio 2 is a game that takes place in United States black site, so officially speaking, nothing here is officially real. All test subjects here have been cleared from any official listing. Anything from McDonald's employment records to a Club Penguin account has all been wiped from the face of Earth. I personally don't know about the agency's method of choosing subjects. However, on a smoke break with an agent, I was told they mostly target Genshin Impact players. He added that it was dumbfounding how no one goes looking for them, or in general remembers they exist at all. He also added it has cut down the cases of child predator attacks quite considerably. Now, I can't go over everything in the game because there's too much to cover, but what I can do is give wonderful stories about my brutal, unforgiving crimes against humanity. Please note, these stories will have fictional aspects to make them as engaging as possible, and not all future videos will be in the format this one is. If it isn't painfully clear yet, this game is about using either a set of viruses or randomly generated ones and inserting them into these brave, consenting volunteers. Due to my workplace experience in other companies, I was assigned with a commission from Pizza Hut. They paid $100,000 and the request was one sentence: combine our workforce and product. I immediately got to work, inserting a compound that violently reconstructed the subject's DNA into becoming a Papa John's. The transformation was a success. Next, I inserted an experimental chemical in the hopes the subject would regrow the slices taken off him. However, either due to a total lack of competence from our R&D team, or the possibility I made a mistake of mixing grass into the virus because, you know, Genshin Impact players are highly allergic to touching grass, the subject's skin started turning red, and he started yelling like a total schizo. Coming back with a much more stable compound, he started going Super Saiyan in the middle of a mental breakdown. The next insertion brought much better results, as he went from a pizza man to just a pizza. It seemed like the cellular reconstruction of his brain didn't go as well, however, because he soon became feral and lunged at me, calling me really mean names. Mama didn't raise no wuss, so I open up the door and whack the clown into submission. My fist meets his face, and he blows up into a million pieces of pepperoni. After experiencing rapid dismemberment via plastic explosive stuffed crust, my coworkers patched me together with duct tape and kindly escorted me to the nearest hospital.
Gives pain reliever.
Take this every time before bed or when I wake up.
For bed.
Was that a dog with a gun?
After a eventful shift, I head my way to check out, but my boss calls me in the office. I asked if I did anything wrong out of the potential 245 things I did wrong today, and he informs me I'm just doing fine. He just wanted to let me know that overtime is now available. In all my years of experience at Robio, overtime has never been a question. So of course, I was consumed by curiosity to ask why out of all the times now is it okay. He tells me the board of directors allowed the capture of subjects requirements to be more loose and open up. The holding cells were filled out in less than 40 minutes. As anybody would do at such an event, I start flaring up my autism and thinking of horrible deeds to commit. The Trainleo virus is a pretty simple one. It turns the subject into Thomas the Tank Engine. I thought it's been a very long time since we've had a security breach, so I go inside the train and push the subject outside, causing a mass panic.
Thomas the Tank has broken containment.
Oh crap!
However, this went from a harmless prank to an actual containment breach. Thomas screams in agony and starts becoming violent, as my best friend Alt yells in anger at Thomas for eating a very promising test subject. Thomas starts emitting radioactive particles, and I yell in absolute horror. Alt, what are we going to do? He won't stop! He responds with the only plan possible.
Get lit to us, Iris!
He says like an absolute Chad. So we get to quick work and begin injecting random viruses into Thomas the Pain Engine. Another lethal explosion, another trip to the hospital. However, I was rejected medical care this time, so I guess I'll just die. Robio 2, where the word war crime is filed in the fiction section, and is the perfect game to speedrun getting on top of the FBI watch list. I rate it a solid 8 out of 10. Amazing game that I'm sure will only become greater with any potential future updates. Also, before you go, I personally hate asking like a panhandler for subscribers, but what I don't hate is offering you a reward for subscribing to my channel. For every new subscriber, I will add that person as a player to my end credit to visually show how thankful I am that you not only watched the video, but subscribed as well. So hit that red funny button. Anyway, I have 17 identities to steal, and I also gotta bake a carrot cake, so you have a wonderful day.
Where hearts were entertained.